So I went to this get together last night, not last night, a couple nights ago, and it's kind of like a speakeasy since like all the bars are closed. We have like a couple of them just from my friends and stuff, and we go and hang out, drink and stuff, and whatever, and I brought some DMT for my friend who never tried it, but by the time I got there, he was already drunk, and I was like, probably best just to wait, otherwise you're just gonna like fall down. And he's like, okay. So, but there's this chick there I was talking to, right? I just met her, and she overheard me talking to him. She's like, oh, that's really cool. I've always heard about DMT. I want to try it. I was like, all right, cool. You want to try it? And I didn't have like all my bag of goodies, but I had like just like a little pipe, like just gonna sandwich it like a little weed pipe, which is what I did. So I'm talking to her, right, and I'm explaining to her, okay, this is how it's gonna be done. I'll light it for you if you want, and as I'm telling her the details, this other chick that I knew, but not well, but I know her, and she like kind of like invited herself to like try it. Like nobody was talking to her, like I wasn't gonna invite her because, well, for whatever reasons. And anyway, she's just like, I don't know if I should like try any of that. And I'm thinking to myself, like, bitch, I didn't even fucking ask you, like, like whatever, and I just tried to ignore her, right? And as I'm talking to this other chick, she's like, I don't know, that sounds kind of interesting, maybe I will try it. What do you think? And I'm like, no, I don't think you should, because you look like you're drunk and it's gonna waste it. She's like, well, I've only had a couple. And anyway, I just ignored her, and then she's like, okay, I guess I'll try it, And I'm just like, I'm looking at this other chick, and this other chick's looking at me like, you gonna tell her to fuck off, or am I going to? And I'm just I'm trying to think. I mean, I have plenty, right? So I mean, I was like, fuck it, I'll teach her a lesson, right? Because then she started bragging. She's like, yeah, I don't know about this DMT. I tried PCP once, and I was fucking really weird. But if I can handle PCP, I'm sure I can handle this DMT shit. Whenever I hear like plebes and idiots like start talking like they can fucking, like they got big balls when it comes to drugs, I'll put you to the fucking test. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I honestly, I've never tried PCP, but I'm just like, okay, sure, yeah, if you can handle PCP, I'm sure you can handle this, She's like, yeah. So I tried it, and the comment that really pushed me over, she said something about LSD, 'cause she's like, yeah, she knows who I am, and she's like, yeah, so yeah, you're that LSD guy from YouTube, huh? Yeah. And she said something like LSD's like for pussies or something to that effect, like high school kids. That's what she said. LSD's just for like high school kids. Like, okay, that's all I needed to hear, right? She called me the LSD guy, and then immediately go to LSD's for high school kids. All right, okay, cool. I'll teach her a lesson. So I told the other chick, I was like, hey, let me just get her out of the way real quick. This won't take long. She smiles. She goes, okay. So I sandwiched a bowl DMT, healthy amount, and I told her how to do it, and I didn't like overdo. You can't really overdo it, but I lit her enough for two people, for two good hits, right? And knowing that she could probably be lucky to handle one, bam, I lit it forward to make sure how to hold her breath and everything, and as soon as she was like exhaling after like 10 seconds, she was about to put the pipe down. I said, no, it's not gonna work, do one more. And she did. I didn't think she was going to, because at that point I could tell she was kind of getting a little wobbly, right? And her eyes kind of got big, like, what the fuck, like, right? So I'm like, do one more, bam, and did one more, and that time she tried to hold the one in, and here she goes like a fucking tree, sideways, and as she fell sideways, she hit the ground. I mean, we were inside, so it was carpet, right? I wasn't gonna let her fall like and hit her head or anything. She just like fell over, and she was like, oh, and like as soon as she hit the ground, like, smoke came out. She's like, oh, am I okay? Where am I? And I was like, sit down. And then she just like sat there and like looked around for a little bit. And I said, close your eyes. Don't open your eyes. Because she's looking like she was kind of like scared a little bit. I'm like, close your eyes. You'll be fine. It's going to be over in about 5 minutes. And she did. And, I kept an eye on her. I mean, it's DMT. It's not going to like, she's not going to have a heart attack, or she's just probably tripping balls, right? Which can be scary, right? But I was keeping an eye on her to make sure she didn't like, freak out or start screaming or crying or something. Yeah, she to her credit though, she did sit back up. And she like wobbles over to the bed, sits down, she's like, fuck. It's like, yeah, it's not quite PCP, is it? But it's pretty fucking good, eh? She's like, what the fuck happened? What did I just do? Am I gonna be okay? Like, you'll be fine. I'm like, give it another 5-10 minutes, you won't even fucking feel it. And then like 30 minutes later, she's like, that was fucking cool. Can I do it again? And I was like, no, not tonight. Because, and I don't know if it's, you're supposed to wait like at least an hour. But I'm like, No, you know, not tonight. I don't have enough with me. So it's pretty fucking funny though. I love it when people like get up, you know, people that I kind of consider plebes, or like, you know, people that don't really have a lot of experience with anything, right? And they like to talk about how fucking badass they are. That's perfect, because those are the people that are arrogant, you know, they have something to prove, especially people that invite you. You know, I mean, how do you just like walk up to like a group of people and be like, you know, who are like drinking, and be like, oh, you know, I wasn't gonna drink, but you know, fuck, I don't know if I should, but I guess I'll try some. It's like, get the fuck out of here. I wasn't even asking you. So that's my funny DMT story. That's what's good about that. Like, you know, I've always wanted to do that with LSD, but it's like, you know, I don't want to fucking dose somebody on LSD just because, well, one, I did. That's how I got the 30 hit story, right? That was kind of fucked up, right? Like, luckily, thank God, I mean, I was prepared. He probably wouldn't have dosed me if he didn't, if he knew that, you know, I'd never done it or whatever. But anyway, you know, but it lasts for so long. You know, like, fuck, I mean, that 30 hits thing lasted for days, right? I mean, solid for almost 2 days. And then the third day, it was kind of tapering off. But the fucking, you know, if you trip somebody out on acid, like, they're fucked for like a good 8 hours, right? At least, right? So with DMT, it's like, you know, 15 minutes, you know. So I don't feel bad about doing that, especially to people who are arrogant.